Hey friends, it's Venice from Flip Japan. Welcome back. Today we're diving into a super important part of planning your Japan trip, and that's your budget. I know it's not the most exciting topic, but trust me, it's one of the most important. Because even if you've got a dream itinerary lined up, it's just not gonna hit the same if you're constantly worried about how much you're spending. So let's clear things up. Is Japan expensive? Honestly, it can be. If you're staying in a fancy ryokan, riding the Shinkansen across the country, and eating at high-end omakase sushi every single night, yeah, that adds up fast. But the good news is Japan is also one of the easiest countries to travel affordably without feeling like you're missing out. You just need to be smart with your choices. Let's start with food because this is where Japan really shines. You can eat incredibly well without spending much at all. Like full meals for under 1,000 yen, that's about $7 US. You've got fast food chains like Sukiya, Matsuya, and Yoshinoya, which are everywhere and perfect for solo travelers. They serve things like gyudon, which is beef simmered in a sweet soy sauce over rice, plus miso soup, pickled vegetables, maybe a soft-boiled egg. It's hot, fast, filling, and super budget friendly. If you want sushi, you've got casual conveyor belt chains like Sushiro, Kura Sushi, and Kappa Sushi. A lot of the plates there start around 120 yen to 180 yen depending on what you get. You can sit down, order from a touchscreen, and pick whatever looks good. And yes, you can absolutely eat a full sushi meal for under 2,000 yen. It's such a fun, low-pressure way to try a bunch of different things. And make sure not to sleep on the convenience shops or konbinis like 7-Eleven, Family Mart, and Lawson. These are next level. You'll find bento boxes, sandwiches, onigiri rice bowls, fried chicken, pastas, salads, desserts, coffee, everything. Food from convenience stores are fresh, cheap, and they're usually open 24/7. Some days you probably just grab konbini meals between trains or sightseeing, and honestly, no regrets. Let's talk about omakase sushi, which are chef's choice sushi experiences where the chef prepares and serves each piece of sushi one by one based on what's fresh that day. These meals can feel really intimate and special, and they're usually at a counter with just a few other guests. Pricing really differs a lot on the restaurant, but for a proper omakase experience in Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, you're looking at around 10,000 to 30,000 yen per person, whereas some high-end places, especially Michelin-starred ones, might go up to 40,000 or more. Most people are pretty happy with something in maybe the 15,000 yen range. That usually covers around 15 to 20 pieces of sushi, sometimes with appetizers, soup, desserts, and maybe a small drink. Another special meal that you might have is Wagyu beef. You probably heard the hype. Japan's Wagyu is insanely tender, beautifully marbled, and honestly unlike any other beef out there. You can try in a few different ways like yakiniku, which are Japanese barbecue, steak sets, shabu shabu hot pot, or even as sushi. A good Wagyu lunch set might cost you around 3,000 to 6,000 yen, while a food dinner with different appetizers, desserts could go up to 15,000 to 20,000 yen. Kobe beef, which was one of the most famous types, is usually on the higher end. But again, it's about the experience, and if you're into food, this is a moment you won't forget. Then there are also kaiseki meal, which are traditional multi-course meals based on seasonal ingredients, which are really beautifully prepared. It's not just food, it's like edible storytelling. Courses can include sashimi, tempura, simmered dishes, grilled fish, pickles, miso soup, rice, and dessert. Sometimes these kaiseki meals even come with a tea ceremony. Kaiseki meals are often served in ryokans or fine dining restaurants, and you want to budget around 10,000 to 25,000 yen per person, depending on the place and how many courses are involved. Some ryokans bundle dinner and breakfast into the room rate, so it can be a really good way to try out kaiseki without booking a separate restaurant. The bottom line is these meals aren't cheap, but they're the kind of thing you'll be talking about for years. And they're not just about the food, it's really about the service, the setting, the precision, and the beauty of each dish. If that kind of experience really excites you, pick one or two, book in advance, and plan around it. You also don't have to splurge every single day, just make those special moments really count. If you're overwhelmed with all the different options that are available to you in Japan, make sure to check out the description box down below because we have a service to help you figure out exactly what matches your interests. And then another thing you should think about is accommodation. Accommodation is another big part of your budget, but we'll talk more about that in step 5. For now, just a quick overview. Japan has a huge range from capsule hotels and hostels starting from around 2,500 yen to 5,000 yen per night, which are really good for solo or budget travelers, to business hotels in the 6,000 to 10,000 yen range. These are clean, private, and usually right next to train stations, which is very convenient. If you're looking to splurge a little bit, you've got ryokans, which are traditional Japanese inns with futon, tatami mat, mats, and sometimes dinner and breakfast included. Mid-range ones like Itoen hotels start around 12,000 yen to 18,000 yen per person, which honestly is not bad considering it comes with a full meal and onsen access. There's a lot of flexibility here depending on your vibe, so we'll break it down more in the next episode. Now let's talk about the stuff that people forget to budget for, because this actually happens quite a lot. We've helped so many travelers plan their trips here at Flip Japan, and honestly, these are the things that catch people off guard. Transportation is a really big one. The Shinkansen is really amazing, no arguments there, but it's really not cheap. That one-way ride from Tokyo to Kyoto is around 14,000 yen. If you're moving around the country quite a lot, those rides really do stack up. People usually don't realize how much they will end up spending just to get from one place to another. And it's not just the bullet trains, local train fares, buses, airport transfers, and even the odd taxis when you're tired or in a rush, it all adds up. That's why it's so important to look into passes earlier on and build this into your budget from the start. But it's not just about transportation, entrance fees are another sneaky one. A lot of the big name spots in Japan like shrines, gardens, museums, observation decks, they all charge small fees. Maybe 300 yen here, 800 yen there, 2,000 yen for something like Shibuya Sky. And that's fine once or twice, but if you're sightseeing every single day, it becomes a real chunk of your daily spending. And the bigger attractions like the Ghibli Museum, Team Lab, theme cafes like Pokemon or Kirby Cafe, they often need to be booked and paid for weeks, if not months in advance. If you're not prepared for that, you either miss out or blow through money you didn't plan for. Another one that slips under the radar are food extras. Everyone plans for meals, but what about snacks, street food? Matcha lattes in Kyoto, ice cream at the foot of Mount Fuji, that vending machine drink you grab every 2 hours because it's summer and you're melting? Trust me, these little treats are part of the fun, but they're also part of the budget. Same goes for souvenirs. You might not think that you're a souvenir person until you walk into a 100 yen shop or a Studio Ghibli store and suddenly you want everything. Whether it's snacks, stationery, chopsticks, plushies, or 10 boxes of Kit Kats in the weirdest flavors, you want to leave some space in your suitcase and your budget for these. And finally, cash and convenience fees. Japan is still surprisingly cash heavy in a lot of places, so you need to withdraw yen regularly. That means bank fees, ATM limits, or the odd currency exchange. It's a small thing, but again, sometimes people just forget to plan for these. So yeah, when you're building your budget, don't just think about flights and hotels. It's the everyday stuff like trains, tickets, vending machines, entry fees, treats, taxis, temple donations that can quietly eat into your total if you're not paying attention. The key is just knowing what you want to do and being honest about how you likely spend your money. Whether you're going full budget, full luxury, or somewhere in between, a little planning goes a long way. And hey, if it's all feeling like a lot or you just want someone to run the numbers with you, we can definitely help you. Book a quick call with us here at Flip Japan and we'll help you build a realistic budget based on your travel style, your wish list, and your actual plans. That's it for today. In the next episode, we're getting into flights and accommodation, how to book smart, avoid rookie mistakes, and find places that feel like part of the adventure. If this video helped, give it a like, hit subscribe, and drop a comment with your biggest budgeting question. I'm always down to help out. I'll catch you in the next episode.